So there's dancers I follow on YouTube, and like they might not be the best, but I still love watching their videos because it's them, it's that person. I want to watch that person dance. Only you have your smile, no one else smiles like you, and no one else moves like you, and it has that personality that shows itself on the dance floor. And if you're just focusing so much on technique, people might not see that personality as well. Hello everybody, it's Philippe de Barros here. Huge welcome to my channel. In this channel, I help people get better at dance, and I specialise in West Coast swing and solo dance. And so I'd love to invite you to subscribe and to switch on the notifications so you get to know about when the videos when they get posted. And you're also welcome to like, to comment, and to share this with a friend that you feel it would help them. And in this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can be more confident when you dance, whether that's in a party or you're dancing West Coast swing, ballet, salsa, contemporary, jazz, and so on. We can often be a bit hard on ourselves, feel bad about our dancing, so I'd love to help you be more at ease, and that in turn can help you also, if you feel like you're being awkward, to be less awkward when you're dancing. So let's jump into it. So in the first tip, I'd like to encourage you to love the learning journey. If it was easy, everybody would do it, and everybody would be amazing dancers. So it's the fact that it's hard that can make it really special. So I'd encourage you to embrace each moment of the journey. So there might be something that you're not so good at the moment, and rather than just feeling like, oh, I'm feeling really bad about myself, you can think, okay, this is something now I'm going to work on, and imagine looking back at it, and I'm going to be much better at some point in the future. And if you were great without making any effort at all, then you might become really bored with your craft and be like, oh, I just know everything already, I'll move on to something else. But it's the fact that we've had to work so hard at our craft, whether that's dance and so on, that makes it really like special. And then when you look back and see how much you've grown, that can give you a little sense of, yay, look at this, look what I've done, I've achieved so much. And you're going to keep on in the journey. And in fact, many people who dance end up doing it for the rest of their lives because there's always more to learn, so we can always enjoy that journey. And if we knew everything, then it wouldn't be really fun in terms of like, we won't be able to go to classes, to meet new people, be inspired by new things that we learned from teachers. If we already knew everything, then the whole phase would be left out, and we wouldn't have the, I guess the excitement of learning new things, meeting new people can help us on the journey. So that's really nice sort of mindset to have as well. And that's what people would say, the day you stop learning is like the day you're done. It's just like, oh, there's no more to go now. This is boring, I'm going to give up. So it's actually quite nice, in a way, it's quite nice. We can be grateful that there's always more to learn in this wonderful art called dance. There's always more ways we can move, more things we can do, different creative expressions we can do. So that's part of it, which makes it so exciting. We can keep going for the rest of our lives, learning this wonderful craft. And for me, I've been on this journey where I've been watching videos of myself a lot, because I like to film myself dancing, as you may know from my previous videos. And yeah, there's been a lot of times I've watched back the videos, I just felt really negative about my dancing and be like, oh my gosh, you should be much better than you are now. And yeah, it's just a bit, oh my gosh, you feel really negative afterwards. But I've been working now on enjoying it more, like watching myself and appreciating the journey I'm on, and knowing that's not where I'm not in a fixed point. It's like a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. And then also appreciating things I do like in the video, be like, oh yeah, that was a nice creative choice you made there. And if there's something I'm not so keen on, we can have more of a positive mindset and be like, oh yeah, okay, great, cool. That's something now I can potentially work on. I've seen it now, great, I've now picked up on it which I didn't see before. Now I'm going to work on it and improve on it. And just imagine, perhaps in the next time I do, it'll be better, or maybe at some point in the future. So there we are, that's something else that can help. The second tip is to know your why. So this is a big one, and there's a really good book by Simon Sinek as well, and I believe it's called Know Your Why. And it's good to ask yourself, why am I dancing? Am I dancing just to impress others, to feel validated, to feel better? Because people think, oh, you're amazing, you're such a good dancer, which obviously is nice, but I would say that's possibly not the healthiest reason to dance. And yeah, for me, for example, some of the reasons I like to dance is to express myself, to create art, to try and inspire other people as well. Of course, that's outside of my control, but if they are inspired, that's really that's an extra bonus, isn't it? I love it if you can inspire people. And I also love people, if they were dancing, to feel hope as well and be like, oh, that's really cool, I really like that. So that's some of the reasons I dance, and I feel that can be better than maybe what I used to have in the past, which is I might not have realised it myself actually, but I think it was there inside. I need to validate myself. I need to get the likes or just to do well in competitions, which is obviously really nice. But if it's just that, that might not be the longevity you want to keep you going. Yeah, you're still going to really enjoy it and want to continue dancing because it's something that's really fun inside. And you see the bigger picture than just one result, which is a little glitch on the journey. You see the bigger picture, and maybe in other competitions you do better. But I'm enjoying this, and I feel like I'm getting better as well, and improving and enjoying the journey. Now, the third tip, it can help. Having good technique and mastering your craft can help you grow in your confidence. Conversely, on that scale, you can go too much perhaps in focusing on technique, and then that can also make you too perfectionistic and then not enjoy it so much, lose confidence, be hard on yourself. So I'd encourage you, on the one hand, it's really good to master technique. That can really help in your confidence and be more at ease and relaxed when you're dancing. But also you can be too hard on yourself because you're always looking at the perfect. How's that look? Am I looking down? Do I have perfect leg lines? Do I have great flexibility, for example? And that doesn't make you a great dancer necessarily. So that's something else I would encourage you to think about. I've definitely had times when I've been watching videos of myself and I'm like just analysing, looking for things that are wrong. And then when you're dancing, you might be also be like, oh, did this wrong, did this wrong, did this wrong. And it just goes all right in your head, and you start to sort of not really enjoy the dance or not get into it. So if we focus too much on that, we might sort of stifle our creativity because we're just so focused on technique, and we might and on being perfect. And we might also have that serious face when you're dancing because you're so much in your mind and not thinking. And haven't we all had great times when you've been like at a party, or you watched a YouTube video, or you saw some dancers in person, and the person was so relaxed, smiling, for example, and it just really moved you. You thought, wow, that person's amazing. And you felt so inspired with them. Conversely, you may see someone who's just like incredible, full of technique and flexibility, but they're just throwing loads of moves, move, and like maybe even a really serious face. They're just throwing moves out to try and impress people, and you don't necessarily connect with it as much. So that's an interesting thought. I found that it's not always about doing the moves and the perfect technique. It's also about being you and expressing how you feel, whether that's with happiness or anger or sadness and so on. And then the audience can connect to that, the person watching, and it create a nice impact on them as well. And on a note related to that, here's something I find really useful, is that only you can be yourself, only you have your unique smile and your unique way of moving. So there's dancers I follow on YouTube, and like they might not be the best, but I still love watching their videos because it's them, it's that person. I want to watch that person dance, and I really love that person. So, and I really get so much joy from watching them. They might not be the top, but it's okay because I'm watching it for that person and how they are, how they're dancing, how they express themselves. So in the same way, only you have your smile, no one else smiles like you, and no one else moves like you, and it has that personality that shows itself on the dance floor. And if you're just focusing so much on technique, people might not see that personality as well. And in tip number 4, here's an interesting one, is to look into other areas of your life. So what I mean by that is that can often affect you as well in your confidence in dancing. So I know this is a deep question. Things like, do you love yourself? Do you accept yourself? Do you like yourself? Do you value yourself and others as well? It's really amazing how this can affect dancing. If you're really hard on yourself in normal life, which I think we all have that tendency, no one's perfect, then you can be really hard on yourself when you're dancing and spot all the mistakes. So I definitely encourage you to be nice to yourself. For example, if you're with a friend in a cafe, you don't sort of say to them, oh, the way you put down that coffee was weird. Oh, you chose the wrong coffee. Oh, your collar's up slightly. We don't say that to our friends. We like to encourage them. But then when it comes to ourselves, why do we start being hard on ourselves with that talk? Oh, that collar's a bit weird. You said that really weirdly. But we wouldn't say that to a friend, but we say to ourselves. And that's a nice thought I found. You can encourage yourself, give yourself a pat on the back and say, oh, that was really good. Oh, wow, I like that. You did a nice move there. Well done. Okay, that one there, yeah, I wasn't so keen on that move. It's okay. You can work on that and you can do better. We like that with other people, so we can be like that with ourselves as well. And also, when you're like accepting of yourself and others, if you're doing a partner dance, you can also that help you be a bit more accepting of your partner, not expect perfection and seal their faults and so on. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm dancing with this other person. It's a blessing to dance with another person, to connect with somebody else and to enjoy a nice moment dancing with them. And if you're dancing on your own, it's a similar way where you can be like, it's a blessing to dance to move. Wow, I'm so grateful for my body and what it can do. And if you have an injury or you can't do everything, it's okay, because there's other parts of your body you can always move and dance with. So if you're watching here and maybe at the moment you can't walk because you're injured or something more long term, it's okay, because you can still do things with your fingers. You should check out things like finger tutting and the things people can do just with their hands, for example, and so on. We've all seen the person that watches a video or seeing a dance and they're like criticizing that person a lot. Oh, I don't like the way they did that. Oh, that wasn't very good. And of course, there's things we might not be so keen on other people dancing. But sometimes somebody that's always critical of other people, for example in dance or outside of dance in life, sometimes there's another issue going on in there. And so that's an interesting thought. Maybe they're not happy themselves, or they're feeling threatened and they're comparing themselves with others. And it's not always a good idea to compare ourselves with others. I think it's good to focus on our journey, and you might have your own pace. I think there's that phrase, your race, your pace. And you're on your own journey. Somebody might be improving quicker or slower. It's okay. You're on your journey. I would focus on enjoying it, being in, I guess as some people would say, being mindful and enjoying the moment. And of course there'll be moments where you're maybe not so positive. It's, we all go through that, and it's okay. And the fifth tip, and the final one, which I found for me it's been really helpful to help me improve my confidence and maybe not look so awkward as well dancing, is to practice in front of a camera, which I've spoken about before. This has been a difficult one for me, but I've done it so much now, it's getting better and better. It's amazing seeing the difference, although it might be a slow progress. And when you have video footage, video evidence of yourself dancing, you can actually see your progress, whereas if you didn't have those videos, you may not see your progress. So the challenge is to watch yourself back and also be appreciative of things you see in it, not just focus on what can I do better, but also again give yourself that pat on the back and say, okay, that was a nice move. Maybe it wasn't my favorite way of doing it, but that was nice. I can see potential in that, how we can improve. And when you see things you can improve on, it's also like a gift, because now I've seen there's the light has been shone on an area which I could improve on. Great, so now I'm going to work on that, and that's going to get better now thanks to this video footage. So when you watch yourself and others, I would also encourage you to go in with the mindset of, I'm going to appreciate this, rather than what's wrong. I'm going to appreciate this, and of course there might be some things that could be improved on. That's cool. That's fine. So I'm watching my friend dancing. There's some things I like about it, things I don't like. That's fine. Or when I'm dancing, it's okay. We're all on that different sort of stages of our journey. Some might be just started dance, others might be dancing for 15 years, and they're all in between, and so on. So I hope those tips were useful for you, and if you found this useful, I would love it if you could hit the like button and to subscribe and switch on the notifications to get up to date of when the new videos are posted. And if you have any friends that you feel that would find this useful, you're very welcome to share this with them as well. And I've got lots of other videos I post with dance tips and all my own performances as well. For example, you might want to check out a video on tips on how to become better as a dancer. If you're a West Coast swing dancer, I've got videos as well on West Coast swing, such as your free arm and cool footwork. That's coming up actually very soon, that video. And also, if you're interested in online lessons with me to work one-to-one together, it'd be my joy to help you get better at dance. And you're welcome to contact me. We can have a little free 15-minute little call to talk more about it with no obligation to do anything. I love meeting new people as well. And I'd like to wish you all a wonderful day and see you in the next video.